People will get to the promised land. Yes, I'm black. I'm proud of it. I'm black and beautiful.
How long? Not long.
Yes, sir.
Because no lie can live forever. I have a dream today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to Meet the Press, the unrehearsed program which has won every major award in its field. Our guest today is Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., the originator and leader of the passive resistance movement among Negroes in the United States. Remember that the questions asked by the members of the panel do not necessarily reflect their point of view. Now, here is the moderator of Meet the Press, Mr. Ned Brooks.
Welcome once again to Meet the Press. For the past several months, a new strategy to end racial segregation has been spreading through the South. It takes the form of sit-in demonstrations by Negro students against segregation in public eating places. It is part of a broader campaign of nonviolent resistance led by the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., who is our guest today. Dr. King first attracted nationwide attention in 1956 when he led the boycott against segregation in public buses in Montgomery, Alabama. His activities have resulted 5 times in his arrest, and his home and his church were bombed. He is 31 years old. He was born in the South, educated for the ministry in the North. Now, Dr. King, if you're ready, we'll start the questions with Mr. Spivak.
Dr. King, former President Harry Truman recently said this, and I quote, "If anyone came to my store and sat down, I would throw him out. Private business has its own rights and can do what it wants." Now, former President Truman is an old friend of the Negro, I believe. Now, isn't this an indication that the sit-in strikes are doing the Negro race, more harm than good?
No, I don't think so, Mr. Spivak. First, I should say that this was an unfortunate statement, and we were very disappointed to hear the former President of the United States, make such a statement. In a sense, a statement like this serves to aid and abet the violent forces in the South. And even if Mr. Truman disagreed with the sit-ins, he should certainly disagree with them on a higher level. Following his past record, it seems to me that Mr. Truman wouldn't have faced such a situation because there wouldn't have been a segregated store in the beginning if he were running it, according to his statements in the past. Now, I do not think this movement is setting us back, making enemies. It's causing numerous people all over the nation, and in the South in particular, to reevaluate the stereotypes that they have developed concerning Negroes, so that it has an educational value, and I think in the long run, it will transform the whole of American society.
Well, now, you have yourself have said that the aim of your method of nonviolent resistance is not to defeat or to humiliate the white man, but to win his friendship and understanding. How successful do you think you have been or are being in winning the friendship and understanding of the white men of the South?
Well, I should say that this doesn't come overnight. The nonviolent way does not bring about miracles in a few hours, in a few days, in a few years for that matter. I think at first, the first reaction of the oppressor when oppressed people rise up against the system of injustice is an attitude of bitterness. But I do believe that if the nonviolent resistors continue to follow the way of nonviolence, they eventually get over to the hearts and souls of the former oppressors. And I think it eventually brings about that redemption that we dream of. Of course, I can't estimate how many people we've touched so far. This is impossible because it's an inner process. But I'm sure something is stirring in the minds and the souls of people, and I'm sure that many people are thinking anew on this basic problem of human relations.